Vex, you may be wondering why I don't do the countdown anymore. This is it's because, and maybe it's because there's 30,000 things on OBS right now. But when I push start recording, it takes a good 5 seconds before it does. So I just kind of just sit there staring at it until it says it's recording, and then I go,
I've always wondered why you didn't do the countdown anymore, but that actually makes sense to somebody that streams semi-regularly.
like,
the more shit you have going on in OBS, the longer it takes to boot up, and you're running that off of a laptop. I'm running it off of a fucking, like, $2,000 computer. Soon to be $2,500 when my 3070 comes.
Running that off of a laptop in a car, because like once again, Allie is sleeping and I want to be able to scream. So I'm in a car, hoping that the battery lasts for as long as it needs to.
You have ghettoed the hell out of it by turning the fucking brightness all the way down.
Mm-hmm. We gotta hope and cope. This is why you come to us, all right? Get us a fucking 500,000 subscribers. I'll still be doing this shit, all right? Nothing will change, okay? Because you think we can monetize this shit? Look at what's on the wall right now. Okay.
I mean, I successfully monetized most of the original Chainsaw Man reviews.
Yeah, well, if you did, I better be getting the money.
Bitch, where the fuck do you think that payment?
I thought that was from my Hisoka video.
No, I told you I was monetizing them.
All right, fine. I believe you. Anyway, every couple minutes I have to start the car or like, flip it on a little bit and like crack the windows because I'm not fully convinced that I won't just like die of oxygen starvation in here. So yeah,
you goddamn leftists and your oxygen. You think you need that? I
you
just
don't
need to breathe cold fumes.
What we need is oil. Anyway, so boys, I don't know if I shouldn't just assume you're all boys. I assume there's some top tier waifus in the audience right now.
I'm going to guess that the audience is predominantly male.
You know what? We're doing it live. I'm checking that right now. Hold on. Where's where's he?
I know there are some females in the audience.
I know. You know what's so great? There is an elephant in the room, as there is like literal framed porn up there. But we're not talking about it yet. We're gonna get to that. Okay? You wait, because first we're checking the analytics. Oh my God, have they changed what it looks like, or am I just retarded?
Oh no, they have changed it. You are not retarded.
Oh, there it is.
It is like 7 screens down.
Well, they got to give that logo designer, a reason to get a paycheck every year,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let's see, analytics. Okay, what's your bet, Vex? What's your bet?
60-40.
Damn. It's not.
It's not even close, is it?
It's so bad.
It's like 99-1, isn't it?
It's 92.7% male, 7.3% female.
I'm guessing there's no other or unknown on there.
No, nothing. Yeah, 0% other. I just want to give a massive shout out to our 7.3% female audience. I love you, motherfuckers, so much. Thank you.
But now the elephant in the room.
No, now the reason it's only 7.3%. You guys may remember a little video where I asked for a little favor 2 weeks ago, not expecting anything of it. Previously on, here we go. This is past Red talking now. Draw Vex and I double teaming Makima.
I'm okay with this.
You want mouth or ass?
I'll take ass.
Oh, come on. Why do you get the ass? Yeah, go back and watch the video if you're interested to see more of that. But yeah.
It's like, what, 2 chapters ago? 3
yeah,
chapters
it was
ago?
109. And I just, I was like, surely no one will. I always forget we do have an audience. Thank you so much. We got this lovely piece. And you know what? I should have got his Twitter up. And for damn sure I'm going to fucking pin a comment and like just link everyone to his Twitter. Do you happen to know what he's called by the top of your head? Or
I can log into Twitter.
No, I can find it. I can find it quicker than you. I got you, boy. Maybe. We'll see if I can find it quicker than you. I did DM him. There we go. Ryos. R-A-Y-O-S. Ryos 97. We've...
Followed by an underscore.
Yeah. Yep, you're right. And I'll link his shit as a pinned comment. He tweeted at us, and it was really wholesome because he said, finally got some free time thanks to Veterans Day, so I drew the folks, controlled chaos, double team and Makima of Chainsaw Man fame. It's a beautiful thing. And he even gave Vex his strap on. Like, every time I look at this, I notice something else. Like, Vex has got the strap on. I've got an Ahego face going on. If you want to see the full uncensored, go to Twitter, baby. Did you retweet it from our account, Vex?
I did not. I can retweet that right now.
Yeah, go ahead and retweet that. So, like, I got a nice size cock. Vex has got his pussy strap on situation going on. And you know what? I didn't notice until literally just now as I was putting it up in our little virtual room here, and I saw the little stripe, and I was like, oh shit, is like the drawing a PNG, and then I realized we're fucking her in this room, in the virtual room. So like, I just love the idea that, you know, shout outs to Utena, our artist that used to do everything for us and now doesn't talk to us anymore. I hope she, I wonder if she ever thought that her art would be transmitted into this.
I love it. Like, I saw, like, this was before, I'll get to it in a second. I opened my phone, I saw we got tagged.
Too, yeah.
We got tagged. I was standing right next to my manager when I opened my phone.
Oh, what is that, Vex? Oh, you know, it's porn of me.
I never closed my phone so fast in my life because I got the Z Flip. I'm like, nope.
I'm so jealous of you, Vex. The fact that
I ran off, used the restroom, and responded to this dude's message.
You know,
and then like a day later, I uninstalled Twitter from my phone.
You know what they did in the restroom, right?
Yeah, I furiously masturbated in the bathroom of like the fucking $1 billion company I work for.
Yeah. Wait, hold on now. If you've closed, tell me, can you at least please do Twitter to like manage the channel's Twitter? Because like you were really good at that.
Oh yeah, I can do all that from desktop, and I also have Luke that I can rely on to tweet out anything that I can't get to immediately.
Shout out to our #1 fanboy, Lasher Luke.
But like,
shout out to unpaid labor, Lasher Luke. I love you, buddy. You chose this life. I've asked you to do nothing. That is a Vex problem. That's between you and Vex.
I will go to my grave for my sins for using unpaid labor.
British unpaid labor at that. The British are coming.
Yeah, this is payback for.
Yeah. True.
I can't finish. That's.
We all know. We all know.
I had to channel my inner patriot there for a second.
Facts. Anyway, should we move on to the chapter?
There's one thing that I absolutely want to say.
Oh yes, please do.
Anybody that wants to draw fan art of us, you are 100% welcome to.
Okay, I was real nervous. I was like, Vex, I only have so much money. Okay, like
you are 100% welcome to draw whatever art you want to. Like I think we can all agree, like mine, yours, Thurman's, like avatars, they're all free game for anybody to use to draw
and
whatever.
I will cry every time I see it because it makes me so happy. I love
right, like
art.
there's nothing more fulfilling than utilizing our likeness to do dumb shit like this. You know, where I am plowing Makima's ass in the virtual studio that will probably never exist in reality.
Bro, but what if it does? What if we get a little Mr. Beast?
I honestly, like, before I moved back here, I looked into renting, because we all three live in Michigan now, like renting
crazy.
out like an old business that had closed.
Vex. You are insane. Why do you think...
I was looking into how much that would cost for like future site, right? And it's not overly expensive, and considering we all three live in basically the same city, it wouldn't be too much for us to go there and film and shit.
You know what we should get? A fucking storage unit and just do it in there. Just go there once a month and just fucking
rent a goddamn U-Haul storage unit.
Yeah.
You know,
we could have a party bus. We could just film in the back of a party bus and hire a dude to just like fucking drive at top, like Keanu Reeves speed style, just like through the city, like no, it's just controlled chaos on the side.
I was going to say the bang bus, but you know.
But listen, when you say bang bus, I assume we're fucking in this bus, yes? Because like
I was making like a Bang Bros joke.
I don't actually know what that is, but please don't give context. I don't care. Okay, give context if it's like less than 20 seconds, please.
It's like literally a bus, and they would just pick people up and they would fuck in the back of the bus, basically.
Okay, so mobile love shack. Okay, got it. What was I gonna say? No, just don't pull a Tobuscus, okay? Don't fuck your fans. We all know that's a terrible idea. All right, it'll turn around. They'll realize, wait a minute.
There's a power imbalance here.
The second you're like, you're like, you know what? I'm not into that YouTuber anymore. Wait, what? Maybe I didn't want to fuck him. Wait a minute. That sex is terrible.
No, like, don't be a shitty human being. Don't fuck your fans. There's definitely a power dynamic there.
Yeah. Wants to hear a fart.
Oh yeah, nice. You are literally in a gas chamber right now. You know that, right?
Crack the window on that one. Hold on. Oh God! No, I was kidding. Cracking the windows, boys. All right.
I really hope that bleep didn't go through there, but thank you, Xbox, for letting me know I need to install an update.
Gotcha. Okay. Chapter. So do we want to try to save the big thing towards the end? Because I mean that is the main thing to talk about. But like, do you want to talk about other things before that?
I want to say like I half called it.
Oh yeah.
I have called it.
What did we
that
call
they
it?
would have a heartfelt moment.
Oh,
and then
don't say I, say we. I literally just re-listened
but
to
I
it.
put the caveat that he would immediately fucking ruin it. Fujimoto would fucking ruin it.
I just remember
there is no such thing as happiness in a Fujimoto production.
True. No, I just remember that like I also because I was re-listening to it and I was saying like I hope she like invites her in and like they sit and talk. They didn't invite her in, but yeah, we did have like a talk to her chapter. First I just want to say again, I love the way she's written. She's so cute and wholesome, and I love this like, well, do you want to eat me? And she's just like a little bit, which again, I know some people are like not into them being romantic, but like maybe you just want to eat her because you're into her, girl. You know, you seem really in control. Well, I say that, and then she like whips at her. I don't know. I want it. I want them to fuck. I'm not afraid to admit it. Anyway.
Rule 34 exists, Red.
Yeah, but it's not the same. I want it canon. I don't want them to fuck just to watch them fuck. I believe in. I ship them. And now they're dead. Ah!
Oh yeah. Can I have one minor gripe?
Sure.
Like, can I have one minor gripe
sure,
here?
Yeah.
I really don't like the trope of the autistic coded characters always dying in manga.
I don't feel like that's what Fujimoto's going for here because he kills everybody, right? It's
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it always hurts because it seems like in manga, those particular brand of characters never really see happiness.
Do you have an example?
Hanj from fucking Attack on Titan. We had now Yuko. We've had the unfortunate the unfortunate like I forgot they existed of Launch and Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah. Well, is that autism or is that severe multiple personality disorder?
I think it's a little bit of both, honestly, because they definitely, like, in early Dragon Ball acted super autistic, but not...
The umbrella tent of autism extends far and wide, further than you could possibly imagine. Are you semi-abnormal? Do you struggle at anything? We got a brand for you, buddy. Autism.
Yeah, right. But like,
I do it too, by the way. I'm guilty of this. It's like a character that's slightly weird. Autism! Yeah. Let's go.
Right, and like... Yeah. But it does seem to be like a prevailing thing, especially in shonen.
You know, I feel you. I think it might come down to more of like, because you know, especially these days, our generation, we loved autism. I was born with the autism, molded by it. Yeah, that's our generation.
Do you really want to bane that?
Yes. I feel like the reason that those characters die is because the author is like trying to squeeze out drama, and those characters are lovable, right? Mm-hmm. Depending on how it's done, of course. I mean, you can have annoying autism, but like this kind of character, I think it's like the classic like she's very innocent, but like I don't know. I get your issue with that trope. I guess it's not even a trope that I had thought about until now, but like I'm not gonna give Fujimoto a diss for that one because again, he kills everybody.
It's just a gripe I have in general. It's not just solely Fujimoto.
Also, I'm not fully convinced she's dead. Like she probably is, but I mean, we saw her get fucked up earlier in devil form, and that just because she's like in a human form. I mean, if she is what Denji is, how do we know?
Yeah, that's also a good question. Is she alive or is she dead here? Because we really don't know if she's like full on fiend. Is she like a hybrid?
With her head off at the moment.
Is she a hybrid? Well, I mean, technically, the brain still functions for a few moments after decapitation.
It definitely could be. It seems like she's probably dead. I don't see any reason to immediately think that, given what we've seen her survive already.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. That was also some contention in our Discord. Is like there was a lot of like, is she dead? Is she not dead? Is she dead? Is she not dead? I believe she's dead.
Probably,
but she could not be, and that would be really cool if she's not, because I like her as a character.
Me too.
But I also think it would be a weighty death, unlike a lot of the part 1 deaths as well.
Yeah, it seems like maybe Fujimoto is like trying to make his deaths mean a little bit more. Not just like haha dead, haha dead.
Gratuitous violence.
Yeah, which I was fine with because I don't know, I am. It never bothered me. I feel like so many people are bothered by like the too many deaths. I don't think it's just never bothered me in like any show that does it. I don't know. I'm just a freak like that, I think, because I loved Attack on Titan. I love the death. Give it to me. Give me more.
Well, you also love fucking Hunter x Hunter, where like a character could be talking 1 second and have 19 rounds in the back, 2 seconds later.
Yeah. He doesn't do it as high a quantity, I think, of Attack on Titan or Chainsaw Man though, because I'm trying to think. I would love a death count actually. We should do a video where we like go through and try to actually count a death count for these series. That'd be crazy.
That would be
live stream counting from chapter 0 to like every single Hunter x Hunter chapter, going through and counting all the deaths. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. Also doing one for Chainsaw Man, for comparison.
That'd probably be easier. Oh God, I guess you'd have to add the fucking all. Luckily, the Gun Devil deaths are added for you.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, so this conversation is really wholesome. Nothing super substantial. There's a couple things, right? So, like, we learned that Yuko's got a distant relative that's a devil hunter. So if she is dead, I'm sure that character will be relevant at some point. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You take the floor for, like, 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I got my headphones on.
Oh, God. 2 minutes? Okay. Hey, guys. How's it going? Vex really just dropped me on this. There's a reason that I keep Vex around, and it's because I cannot do solo content. I need someone to bounce off of. I need someone to shock with gratuitous shock humor. Alone is difficult. Let's see here. Oh, Vex, why? Let's see. So, okay, you know what? I am curious, right? I'll say the lewd thing now. There's this part at the end where maybe Chainsaw Man, probably not Chainsaw Man, is holding her up, right? Like, full puss exposed. Or it would be if she didn't have those little thingies. I'm just wondering, what's that look like down there? Not in like a super pervy way, just like, what's changed and what isn't? What's devil and what isn't? Is there still... What's he looking at? That's kind of sus that he's looking at that. I want to save the theory as to like what this thing is until Vex is back. But like, what the fuck is this thing? Because it's not Denji, that's for sure. Vex, I hate you for leaving me. This motherfucker, he better have a good ass explanation for this. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Hey, you guys be watching the fucking Chainsaw Man anime? Shit's fucking fire. Oh, my nose is so clogged. Ending 5 is my favorite so far, because like there's different endings for all of them. Ending 4 and 5 were both bopping. The power one, so good. Ending 5 though, with the horse and the fucking like, oh my god, dude, and the whips and the blops in the background. Oh, and the animation. Ending 6 in comparison was kind of mid. I was like, wow, it was fine, but like ending 5 was like one of the best things I've ever seen. Loved that. I've already got it set up. Once that fucking first season ends, I'm immediately binging Allie, my girlfriend, through the manga. That's going to be very fun. She's loving it so far. She really likes Dorohedoro. I don't know if you guys know about Dorohedoro, but it's kind of got some similarities, in tone and stuff. Like the grungy, fucked up tone is very similar, and I knew she'd like it from the second. Oh, are you back, please?
Do you ever have your cat just barge a door almost completely down?
Cool. Why?
And also while you're trying to take a quick shit in the middle of a video.
Nice.
But yeah, like Hades just literally busted the hinge on the bathroom door.
How thick is that cat / how bad is that door?
Door, honestly, kind of mid. Cat
also kind of mid. Could take it or leave it.
Strong as fuck, and I love him, and he is my sweet little child. But you are so fucking grounded right now. I'm talking to him as he's in my lap here, trying to get on the keyboard.
This little piece of
but no, like, I had my headphones on the entire time you were talking. Also, fuck you. I'm like, I am not going to be able to hold this shit the entire video, and I apologize for that. But also, I am curious, like,
Wait,
what
are you shitting while recording, or did you finish the shit? Or was that what 2 minutes was?
I finished the shit.
Okay.
I did not go back to my studio to get the microphone and wire it all the way to my bathroom.
That would be intense.
And just pressing the push to talk button on it, as I'm just grunting. No, I did try that in a stream, and I don't think anybody noticed that.
Yeah,
I was playing the game, watching my stream on a 3-second delay while shitting in the middle.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. So you did hear what I was saying then?
Yeah, I am curious, like, what has changed with her anatomy?
Right, because I'm sorry, you show me a woman being grabbed by the leg like that, I'm just like, what's going on down there?
Right. Like,
for science. Yeah,
like, I am curious, like, because we see her face is all changed, right? And her body, like, the makeup of it seems to be a little bit different.
Going on right now.
She's got, like, tentacle-y things coming down her torso. Hades, if you try to unplug a single wire, I'm throwing you in your crate.
I just noticed the billboard that just says egg.
Right, like, it's like if you have, that AI art, right? Yeah. Where, like, it just translates random shit in the background. It's like they had that happen here.
Yeah. Okay, it's elephant in the room time. This is clearly not Denji. Have you read into any of the theories yet? Because I have read theory. I'm gonna full honesty, I did not come up with this, but it's a theory I subscribe to. Have you read any theories or no?
I've seen a couple that's like a secondary chainsaw contract. I've seen a couple that's like there's a one that was going around Twitter before I uninstalled it. And I uninstalled it just for, like, peace of mind, not having 7,000 social medias on my phone.
That's fair.
And it's also, like, objectively the shittiest thing other than grabbing
But
art.
he's still got it on desktop, so it doesn't mean you can still reach him there every once in a while.
Yeah, you can still reach me on there at Vex on YTG. I don't know if they could reach me directly anymore because I privated my Twitter. So
Discord?
Discord and the
Control Chaos.
Control Chaos Twitter.
Yeah. Anyway, you're saying.
But, like, I saw one that was going around there that, like, maybe it was one of the classmates that was going around pretending to be Chainsaw Man for fame, for clout.
How would they do that? Like, just wear, like, a mask and then, like...
Wear, like, a mask and just, like, have another weapon handy to do the maiming and the killing.
So there's something that I didn't notice until now.
It's a lot stockier of a build of a character.
Yeah, but I didn't notice, and it's very obvious, but the first time I read this, it was on my phone at work. What the fuck is, like, the big-ass gash down the arm of whoever's holding her? You see that shit?
Right. Yeah, I saw that immediately. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Well, let me give you the theory that I've heard. And I like all these theories are possible, right? Because I don't see any, like, one thing as, like, oh, that's obviously it here. The theory that I've heard, and I like this a lot, so they've made a lot of, Fujimoto has drawn a lot of attention to the rumors that have kind of spread and become a thing about Chainsaw Man. Like, oh, he only saves women because he's, like, pervy, and he's a monster who eats cats, and he doesn't save everyone. He's just on a whim, and he's scary. So, like, what some people thought, what if, Denji, he's contracted with the Chainsaw Devil, but what if this is the Chainsaw Man Devil? What if enough people fear him where he has a devil now?
That is a distinct possibility.
So think about it real quick. I'm not sure. How far are you into Fire Force?
Let me actually...
I don't need the exact number. Have you seen the Cataclysm happen yet?
No.
Okay, so I'm just going to semi-spoilers, but, like, there's a point where in that series where people's perceptions of people... Like, everyone has a doppelganger, and it's based off of the way people perceive you.
Right.
So
you had mentioned that before, too.
Yeah, so you have the real you. Okay, so, like, for example, real Vex, he's a normal dude. He's nice. He's, he drinks a little. He's a little slutty, whatever. But, like, the way people perceive Vex would be, like, this slutty alcoholic. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh, dude, that is reality 101.
Okay. You're hurting my point here, Vex. It's not as extreme as you portray.
No. Like I mean that is perception 101.
Oh,
okay. Like an actual objective fact that, like, people will believe exactly what they are told about you.
Right. So that's kind of how, like, things like that work, right? Like the people, like, the perception version of you is going to be like you, but like Flanderized. You know what I mean? Like we've talked. Yeah. So like
look to cancel culture, for example. Like no matter like what one side believes, the other side will also like objectively like defend them.
Everything's got to be extreme, right? So what if this is like a version of Chainsaw Man, like the Chainsaw Man Devil? Created out of the fears of Chainsaw Man. And
based on public perception.
Yeah, so it's like, imagine a Chainsaw Man now. Now there's two Chainsaw Men running around. You have Denji, but then you have, like, the perception of Denji. So imagine, right? And again, how dark are we going to go? Is this going to be Fire Force Fujimoto? Because if it's going to be Fire Punch Fujimoto? Because if it's going to be Fire Punch Fujimoto, again, not saying, I don't,
the position of the body here.
Exactly. My concern is that because one of the big rumors about Chainsaw Man is that, he's so pervy, right? What if one of the things this Chainsaw Man Devil does is some potential rapey stuff? Yeah, and again, I'm not saying I want that to happen, but like that, this is Fujimoto, and I don't know what.
I want to say this with the biggest disclaimer.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating for this. I'm not doing it.
But it's not hard.
Would it technically be rape? It's a corpse. It would fall under necrophilia.
You know what I mean? Bad is bad. Yeah.
Right.
But I'm not saying specifically with this body. If this character continues to be active, we could have a situation where like his reputation's getting ruined because like, oh my God, Chainsaw Man, he's going around like snatching up women and like doing weird stuff. I'm not sure how far they'd go. Maybe it would be like, it would depend on if they want to do like PG-13 shonen or R more seinen.
This is X-rated shonen if he goes down that route.
Yeah, it'll depend on, because like that could be really fucked up. And then you'd probably have a moment where what's the octopus guy's name again?
Yoshida.
He'd have to be like, what the fuck are you doing? And then she'd be like, it's not me, bro, I swear to God. He's like, sure.
So there's one other theory that I saw on Reddit. I could not find the thread because I was going to send it to you, and it's just all deleted. So depending on how much Shueisha has involvement in the Chainsaw Man Reddit, that could be like, what the fuck, did we have a leak moment, or just maybe the person got tired of seeing replies and they just nuked the thread?
I'd rather not hear about it. I don't want spoilers. If you're pretty sure it's like a leak, I don't want it.
But it was, and it's been something that we've been talking about. Like, maybe if Katana Man is still alive,
Katana Man took his fucking katana and put little spikes on it. Like, haha.
They thought maybe he contracted with another devil, like Aki did, and got buffed. Maybe. And that's just how his body took form.
Ooh. Okay, this is some crackpot shit. The Revenge Devil.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, Revenge Devil, he turns you into like the person you want to get revenge on, so you can easier get revenge. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many ways it could go.
Right, but like just judging by the frame and the blood dripping is how this person put the theory together.
That's the weird part for me. Like, I didn't notice it until this time I read through. What the fuck is the cut on his arm? That's really weird. I don't know what that's signifying. Unless that's supposed to just be like, that was Yuko attempting to defend themselves, you know what I mean? And that's like a gash Yuko got on him, but like it seems so specific as a cut.
They were thinking maybe like he used the katana, the sword arms to decapitate and just holding that as like, and got like the fucking chainsaw head going on.
Oh, okay. So the idea would be that's the chainsaws have retracted just recently, and that's the gash from that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, duh. Yep. Sorry, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so it's a far-fetched theory, but I thought maybe it had some credence because we don't really know the fate of the fiends.
Yeah, because it doesn't strike me as something like Denji. Even if we didn't see that panel of Denji sleeping with all the dogs, and he still has Makima's dogs, and honestly, is that head next to him, is that Nayuta's head? Is that like that little black orb? Is that Nayuta, or is that another dog?
I'm going back through, and
you see it?
Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't look like a dog. It could be Nayuta's. Am I saying her name right? Nayuta?
I think you are.
I'm hoping. I'd like to see her at some point.
But yeah, like that was the other theory I had stumbled across. And
well, real quick,
I don't really actively participate in a lot of the subreddit's theories, but that's one that kind of really grabbed some credence to me.
Right. Well, and like I was gonna say too, like even if we didn't see that panel of Denji clearly sleeping while this is happening, I would be like, this is not Denji. You know what I mean? Because it's so out of his character. This isn't. He wouldn't kill. Because I mean, I'm not sure if she's a fiend or a hybrid, but like either way, she reminds me a lot of like Power. You know what I mean? Like she's very humanoid. It's a girl. You know that he wouldn't try. He wouldn't kill her. He'd try to fuck her. You know, consensually, because Denji hasn't crossed that line yet. But
it's a line he may cross at some point, considering his character is devolving the more that we go.
Yeah, I'm curious. It's a good. You know, there's that joke about like people putting like peanut butter on their dicks to like get dogs to lick it. It's a weird place to put peanut butter. You ever hear that joke?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about, like, God, if Denji gets too desperate.
Oh, God.
Surrounded by all these dogs. Hopefully not. Listen, man. Well, Fujimoto.
We've already had bestiality in Fire Punch.
That's the wild thing, bro. Everything I'm saying sounds nuts, but he has written about fucking and dogs fucking in the past. Okay? There's nothing off the table. Unless it really literally does depend on how much on the reins, like Shueisha is it Shueisha? That's the company that owns this magazine. It really is like, because you know I feel like it's hard to tell because Chainsaw Man is so ungodly popular. It seems like they're kind of just like giving him one of the do whatever the fuck you want, but at the same time there are lines, right? You can't just have your main character go. You can't just have your main. You can't just have your main. I'm still talking. You can't just have your main character go around fucking raping everybody. So like, there's a point where So like, yeah, we're caught in between this dichotomy of like. Fujimoto can probably do whatever he wants, but within a reasonable limit. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it's literally the "Sir, we are a brand" moment.
Yeah, at some point, right?
Your target audience might not be the 14 to 16, but dear God, you are going 18 plus here. Yeah. Stop.
And it seems like he's been reasonably holding back. Like, it hasn't been absurdly bad. You know what I mean? Like, even all of Chainsaw Man and all of what we've seen now, I think he is taking the magazine he's into account. You know what I mean? This isn't like when he was writing Fire Punch. Like, Fire Punch was almost immediately horrific. So I think he is...
cannibalism, like, chapter 1.
Yeah.
But no, like... he does seem to respect the age gate of the series he's on to an extent. Like, obviously, the lesbian harem chapter... that got age.
Hey man, everyone can see lesbian harems. Everyone deserves to see lesbian harems.
Right, I am all for that, but
I know I'm just messing around.
At the same time, like I understand why that was age gated, because like at the end of the day, this is marketed at 16-year-olds. So you can't tell me the 16-year-old hasn't typed in Pornhub.com at this point.
Yeah, these days, most kids are fucking looking at porn at like 12, bro. I ask motherfuckers, like, when did you first see porn? And it's always, like, this absurdly young age. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
I was 10.
I was so innocent, bro. I didn't nut my first nut until high school.
And that's because I had a much older friend that in hindsight now probably wasn't a good thing. And they would just watch porn on the family computer.
Oof.
But...
a couple last things I want to mention about the chapter real quick, because I don't know how much longer I have on this battery here. I really, really like this moment. I love, and something that adds a little credence to the idea that she probably is dead is her character kind of going full circle. We start with the shoes moment and we end with the shoes moment, and I really like that. Fucking A. Asa, thank you, me. I really like that Asa got to do the shoe thing back to her, and that's super wholesome. And I love this moment where they're just laughing about it, and they have they have kind of the self-reflection to both be like, this is so fucked that we're laughing after just what just happened. Specifically, Yuko, like, God, I just did a school shooting, and now I'm here just chuckling like nothing happened. I'm fucked up, and like, God, that's some only in Chainsaw Man shit. It truly is. Like, I really adore the way he writes his characters. They're so flawed and fucked up, but you can't help but like them.
It very much is like one of those moments where I love that we got that full circle, right? But at the same time, like, that means that Yuko's probably not coming back. And that is a character that I very much enjoyed seeing on screen.
Yeah, me too.
But at the same time, that does open up an interesting theory and we kind of cycle back to last chapter where it shows how fucked that school system is, and it just goes to show like the school system is completely fucked up no matter where you're at, because we very much
Yeah, because
saw at
people
the
like
end
her
of
had no friends and most likely no help from any teachers or anything.
any teachers, any help from any other students.
The
Like
fact
that
that
was
they're in
like
high school and like she has clarified many times, no friends, not even
right,
like none. That's crazy.
right. She's in high school with no friends, no outlet, no way to reach out. It just shows how broken that system was, right? And it goes to show that no matter what school system you're in, there's always that hierarchy of popularity. You have the cool kids, you have the Devil Hunters Club, you have the fucking the preppies, you have all the shit, and then at the very bottom you have the nerdy, nobody loves you, you're going to die alone group, and that's where Yuko fell, and that's what pushed her to this moment.
Yeah, and she makes an admission that like and like I don't even think this is that bad of an admission, but she talks about how like oh I only helped you because I was hoping for a friend, and I don't even think that's that bad. You know what I mean? I don't think that makes her helping her any less good. Like
No.
because I feel like you help people. I don't know, because this idea that's like, oh yeah, dude, you should be willing to jump in front of a car for a random stranger and expect nothing in return. Fuck
No,
that.
fuck.
What do you think I am, Jesus? Relax, bro. Like the fact that she reached out to help and in such a genuinely nice way. And you could argue you can kind of retroactively look back and look at like the way she helped her with the whole like I'm gonna take your shoe and you have to chase me. That's actually really smart if your goal is to get a friend, because that makes you like you made her chase you. You know, like right. Literally, like it's actually I'm surprised she didn't have a friend up till now, because like she did a lot of very clever things. While she is very autistic, she did a lot of clever stuff. So the only thing I think I would want more of, if I could like have any criticism, I want to know more about why she didn't have friends, because like to me she seems like a lovely person, and I would love to see. It makes me think that there must have been some negative to her personality, like when people got to know her and hung out with her more, there was like some really weird shit. Maybe it was the school shooter shit. Maybe she would hang out with people for 2 or 3 days and she would just be like, God, I wish I could just fucking kill all these people. Like, whoa. And then people just like backed off.
It's very one-sided at the moment. Like, we don't really fully know her story, and that's an unfortunate reality of Fujimoto's writing, right?
Yeah.
And as much as I harp on it, like, I would love to know more about these characters, especially like in their tragic final moments, right? Make me care about their death.
Yeah, we did say we wanted to see more of like flashback for her. We're not going to see. Yeah, I'll give you full admission that we should have gotten more of that for sure.
Yeah. And like right now, like, as much as I love Yuko as a character, we're probably not going to see her again. And I still have this like moment of like, if I knew a bit more about like what drove her to this, it'd be more impactful. Her death would be more impactful. Like, it hurts, right? But not knowing what drove her down this final like path. Like, obviously we know she was bullied and she had no friends, yada yada yada. But we don't really know like what led to her not, like you said, like we don't really know what led her to not having any friends. Was she just socially awkward and people took that as like a weird thing, or like maybe she's dangerous? So obviously she was dangerous in the end, clearly.
Yeah,
but
I feel like that was with the fact that was within her, and because I mean like she was definitely socially awkward, and I could see that and I could tell that. But I don't think that would be enough for her to have no friends. So it does make me think that she probably had some...
There's always the outcast table, like the goths, the emos, the yada 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 yada.
So it makes me think that like she probably did always have within her like, the type of person where you're going to school with them, you're going to work with them, and it's like, ooh, that person's a red flag. I get massive school shooter energy from there. So like I'm honestly think I'm gonna headcanon that like she meant well and she was super nice, but she probably always had this like really... She
always came off as a little
unhinged. Yeah, and people just kind of wanted to avoid her, I'm gonna guess.
The older you get, the more you try to like stick to your own devices at work, at school, yada yada yada, and not want to get it mingled into any drama. But she was kind of predestined to have that aspect in her, like always being the loner. And there is nothing more depressing than going through life and not having anybody to be your outlet, your outreach, right?
I can't imagine. Like, truly, I can't imagine like living life without at least one friend. Like that would be such suffering, such torture. And like we don't know. I'm trying to remember. Do we know much about her family life at all? Did she? Live
I don't
alone?
think we ever got a fucking inkling of that.
I feel like we must have at least a little bit.
I think that was the first mention of her family in this entire series. Let us know in the comments if we're wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and like check for sure.
The final thing I had to say here.
Good timing too, because I got 10% left of battery.
Yeah, we're pretty open at what the possibility is right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're starting a new little arc here, and it's going to be Chainsaw versus Chainsaw.
Which is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, but what makes it really interesting is, like, there's so many theories going around what this other Chainsaw Man is, that I really don't know which one will come to reality, if any of them will come to reality. But what I do know is that once we get into this battle, or whatever it is, and I think we're going to see more of the Devil Hunters coming out to help Denji here, because like they want to protect their asset or they're going to exterminate their asset. Those are the two distinct possibilities here.
Right.
And I think Yoshida and Kishibe will be on the side of like Denji's not doing this. The rest of the organization is going to be hunting Denji down.
Immediately assume it's Denji.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I assume that the Japanese government still probably looks at Denji as like, okay, theoretically, if shit goes down, we could tame him enough to like have him help the country of Japan. Like he's like a military asset. Right. But at a certain point, it's like we gotta just, you know, if he becomes too unruly, right? Yeah.
Yep. If he becomes unhinged, he's no longer in association with the Japanese army or whatever, the Devil Hunters Association. We disavow him, hunt him, orders to kill, basically.
I would unironically love to see it. It doesn't have to be a full arc, but I would love to see like at least a chapter or two where they just like airdrop him into like a fucking war. like the USA.
I thought you were going to go like the fucking where Aaron's tied to a post before the fucking inquest. An early Attack on Titan. How do you plead, bitch?
Yeah, I like the idea of the USA like calls in a favor, because like I know that we're like allied or whatever, so the USA is like, oh, we could use a little bit of backup from Japan. It's like, oh, don't worry, we'll send one guy. Like one guy, oh, don't worry, it's a powerful guy, and they just fucking like just drop his ass off. Like you remember Thor Ragnarok when they just kicked the Hulk off the helicopter?
God.
And he just dunk like lands. I'm just imagining kick Denji off the helicopter. He fucking lands. They're like, they think he's dead, and then he just gets up and starts slaughtering indiscriminately. And it's like, wait, no, that's our soldiers. Get the other side.
I told you to help us, not slaughter us. I can't really tell the difference.
I'm gonna get.
You're all dressed in brown.
I'm gonna get. They promised to be some sick government pussy if I did this.
You get one prisoner of war that we didn't take legally.
I don't like that. That's awful.
But that's how shady our government is.
I know. Let's see here. Real quick too, just a speed run of things we haven't mentioned yet. I also enjoy basically she had like the kid Superman thing where she was hearing so many people's thoughts that like, and I imagine that would fuck with you, right? Like, how are you able to have any sort of introspection if all you're hearing is like it's constant, like, yeah, what a nightmare. Statics up your brain. And yeah, I just love this laughing moment. It's wholesome, and that's
the feather
pretty
might
much
have
it.
actually been a really good item to have put in there in hindsight, considering how many birds were awarding this chapter.
Say again? I didn't hear you.
So, did you see all of the birds flying away there?
Yeah, what's up with that?
So, like I said last time, like we'd have like a Raven of Death moment.
Oh yeah, the feather, right.
So, like, we kind of had that.
Oh, all right. Battery's about to die, so like 30 seconds. Last thoughts. Perfect timing.
Great chapter. Looking forward to the next arc. Hopefully Denji gets some redemption, because Jesus Christ, his character really can't go much lower.
Same. Can we get much lower? I love you all. Thank you. That Twitter guy that we mentioned, I'll pin his shit in the comments for the lewd art. We love it. I'll see you guys later, and next time I'll wait until Allie's up so I can just plug this in and we can talk forever. But we were basically done anyway. All right, love you guys. Bye.